And with that, indeed, let's play ball. We are just about set to be underway. Visiting Ridgefield Park Scarlets will be taking on the Fort Lee Bridgemen. Kelly Lane's squad coming off a victory on Sunday, 32-10 at Memorial. They have not been as successful at home this year, just 1-4 on the season, but trying to extend and start a little bit of a win streak here against the visiting Scarlets. This is also a divisional matchup. The 5-team Big North American features Duma in first place at 5-0. Then you have Ridgefield Park at 4-1, and then Fort Lee at 2-3 in division, Cliffside Park at 1-3, and Dwight Morrow at 0-5. So we should be in for a good one. Just 2 games separate these teams in the Big North American division standings. The opening tip is won by the Scarlets, and we are underway. You heard the starting lineups. This is number 21, Ivana Capurso, taking and missing a corner 3. Now Olivia Hausman will start things off for the Bridgemen. Hausman's pass is stolen away. That was number 0, Carol Kalala, getting in the way. This is a pull-up pop, and that 3 is off. Offensive rebound to Alexandra Paul. Another 3, and this time it is canned by Riley Fucci. She's on the board, and an early 3-0 lead for the Scarlets. Ball out of bounds, last touched by Kalala. Very active hands early for Kalala. She's already picked up a steal. Right now, this is Haley Seo for the Bridgemen, getting it to number 22, Olivia Kim. Now it is Olivia Kim missing. That didn't hit anything. She's going to be boxed out, but they say that shot was tipped, I think, by the very vertically gifted Alexandra Paul. Olivia Hausman into Roxanne Perez, who scores right in front of Paul. That was nicely done. She also might have been fouled, no call, but it's 3-2 Scarlets. This is Micheline Miles with it now. Couple passes, they get it in deep to Paul. Off the backboard, she missed it. Rebounded by Olivia Hausman, one of the leading scorers for the Bridgemen. Olivia Kim picks up her dribble, gets it to Haley Seo, gets it back from her. Ball slapped to Ileana James, who missed it. Rebound, Miles. And it's going to be a 3 taken by Kalala. She missed it. Rebound, Roxanne Perez. The senior up ahead to Olivia Hausman. Now she gets it to Ileana James. And here it is, the senior Haley Seo with it now. Good passing early on by the Bridgemen. Roxanne Perez. Tough underneath the backboards. 4-3. Bridgemen take their first lead of the afternoon. Some afternoon Tuesday action between the Scarlets and the Bridgemen. That was a long 2-pointer taken by Kalala. She canned it, and so the Scarlets go back on top 5-4. Not quite 3 minutes gone by here in the opening quarter. Roxanne Perez has scored all 4 points for the Bridgemen. Olivia Hausman changes that. She cans the jumper, and the Bridgemen go back out in front 6-5. Hausman and Ileana James usually leading the offense for Kelly Lane's squad. Miles almost lost it, and it's going to be another corner 3 for Riley Fucci. She missed this one. Scarlets get the offensive rebound. Miles, high off the backboard, no. Kalala, also no. I think she was blocked. So Fort Lee pressing with the lead, and Ileana James loses it. Capurso almost had it stolen away. She stops on a dime and pops the 3. She missed it. Ileana James flies in for the rebound. Nice pass there from Seo to Hausman. She's blocked by Alexandra Paul. Long pass up ahead, and banking it in off the backboard is Ivana Capurso. She's on the board, and the Scarlets have taken a 7-6 lead, not quite halfway through this opening quarter. So a fast start for these teams who don't score a ton. The Scarlets average 45 points per game. Fort Lee averages 36 points per game. But again, not quite halfway through this first quarter. 13 points already on the board. And a good flow to the game as well, as there have not been any fouls. I want to take a quick moment to shout out our proud sponsors, the law offices of Deborah L. Pico, the finest construction home improvement specialists, Sedona Tap House, located in Cliffside Park, the Fort Lee Soccer Club, and the law office of Mark J. Sokolich. Thank you very much to our sponsors, and thank you for tuning in here on a Tuesday afternoon. Tommy Aquilina, along with Dimitri Nanas and Renee Matisic. The Scarlets lead the Bridgmen 7-6. It is Fort Lee ball. Houseman to James for three, in and out. Rebound is up for grabs, and it's going to be Micheline Miles coming away with it. Jacqueline Martinez into the game, was battling her for it. That's a three-pointer that's missed. Kalala with the offensive rebound. Her putback is no good. Sio with the rebound. Out in transition. Haley Sio off the backboard. Fort Lee goes back on top, 8-7. Miles' pass was tipped. This is Fucci with it now, being hounded by a couple defenders. Taking a three and missing it badly was Capurso. Fort Lee comes away with the rebound. Houseman to Jacqueline Martinez. Roxanne Perez was not ready for that pass, but she corralled it, missed her shot, and rebound to Kalala. Now the Scarlets up ahead. That's a three, no good. Ileana James trying to go for the rebound. She was unable to corral it. Ball goes out off of Fort Lee. We're also now going to see the freshman Eleanor Yu check into the game for Kelly Lane's squad. Roxanne Perez will sit with 4 points. They get the pass in. No, they don't. That's going to go out of bounds. It'll be Fort Lee ball. 2:42 to play here in the opening quarter, and we are going to have our first substitution for Amanda Lax's squad. That's going to be number 10, Brianna Harrison, coming into the game, and she will replace Capurso. Olivia Houseman thought about a three ever so briefly. Good passing here by the Bridgmen. Ileana James pulls up from just inside the free throw line and cans the jumper. Ileana James is on the board, and Fort Lee has a 3-point lead. Micheline Miles has it stolen away. That was Sio. She gets it to Yu, who missed but was fouled by Miles. Some of the best passing we've seen so far this season from Kelly Lane's squad. The Bridgmen entered this one 2-3 in division, 7-11 on the season. And the first free throw is good for Eleanor Yu. So now she is on the board, and already 5 members of Fort Lee have scored. Foul was called on Micheline Miles. First team foul of the game for either squad, and I think that ball might have gone off of her. Ref disagreed, so Miles will inbound it. It's 11-7 Fort Lee. 1 point for Yu, 2 each for Sio, Houseman, and James, and 4 for Roxanne Perez. Miles getting double covered. She almost lost it. Capurso has her pass stolen away. Olivia Houseman stepped in front of that one. Now Olivia Houseman is fouled. She was trying to pass it to Sio, but she was bodied. That'll be the second team foul on Ridgefield Park. And now Houseman to trigger in. That foul was called on Fucci, by the way, her first. Martinez to Sio. Sio tried to get it back to Martinez. She wasn't ready for that pass. Almost losing it is Fucci. She wanted it back from Miles. Now she gets it, and she's going to have to give it up. In deep to Alexandra Paul, who kicks it out. Miles back at the top of the key. She gets it to Paul, and it's kicked out once again. Fucci likes the 3, and she's hit 2 of them now. 6 points for Riley Fucci. It's 11-10 Fort Lee. Haley Sio with it now at the top of the key. She was asking for a pick, and Eleanor Yu set a moving pick. That's a foul. It'll go against Yu, her first and also the first team personal, or the first team foul on the Bridgman. James will sit, and Olivia Kim will come back into the game. Capurso gets it to Fucci for another corner 3. That one was short. Offensive rebound, almost stolen away by Jackie Martinez. They're going to call that a jump ball, and the possession arrow will favor Fort Lee. Now Kalala will check in, and Harrison will sit. So it's Amanda Lax's starters once more with about 50 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. Sio right back to Houseman. Olivia Houseman going to take the jumper and bank it in off the backboard. 4 points for Olivia Houseman and a 3-point lead for the Bridgman. Who's Miles going to get it into? She gets it into Kalala. Fucci not going to take that corner 3. Alexandra Paul off the backboard. She missed it. Rebound went off of Yu's back. The Scarlets get another possession. Alexandra Paul to Miles. She puts it on the deck and then missed it. Jackie Martinez with the rebound. Jackie Martinez running up ahead, and Micheline Miles took it right from her and stayed in bounds. 7 seconds to go for the Scarlets. They get it into Paul. She passes it out, and too many passes for the Scarlets. They don't get a shot off at the end of the first quarter. So after 1, it is a 13-10 advantage for Fort Lee. Going to take another opportunity to thank our proud sponsors, beginning with the law offices of Deborah L. Pico, LLC, located on 530 Main Street here in Fort Lee. The finest construction home improvement specialists, when doing it right the first time, matters. The law office of Mark J. Sokolich, located on 1223 Anderson Ave in Fort Lee. The Fort Lee Soccer Club, established in 1986. And Sedona Tap House, located in Cliffside Park. We are here in the East Gymnasium in Fort Lee, New Jersey. The Fort Lee Bridgmen trying to protect this house and win a second straight game and close the divisional gap between them and the Scarlets from 2 games to 1 game. 23 points between the two teams in that opening quarter. Only 3 fouls. Good, solid flow to that first quarter. Really good passing. Good unselfish basketball by Kelly Lane's Bridgman. The Scarlets will start off the second quarter with the ball, and Haley Sio knocks that pass out of bounds. It's Sio, Yu, James, Kim, and Martinez right now for Olivia Lane's squad. It's the starters for Amanda Lax's team. They get it in deep to Alexandra Paul, who dishes out. That's a long pass to Riley Fucci. She gets it to Miles, gets it back from her. You can tell she wants to take the 3, but she wasn't open. Paul being guarded in deep by Kim to Miles, and Micheline Miles is fouled by Eliana James. That'll be her first personal. That was a very uncomfortable-looking free throw attempt by Micheline Miles, but she made it. She is the 4th Scarlet on the board, and it's a 2-point game. Off on that one. And a member of Fort Lee, I believe it was you, left early. So Miles will get another free throw. She misses that one. Long rebound out to CO. So Miles will officially go 1 out of 2 from the stripe there. Kim passes it out to you. Pass was a little too hot to handle, and now her pass is intercepted by Kalala. Carol Kalala will pick up the assist on Ivana Capurso's second bucket of the game. 4 points for Capurso, and with about a minute gone by in the second quarter, we are tied at 13. Martinez's pass, too high there for CO, out of bounds, and now you will sit in favor of Houseman. .650 to go here in the second quarter. The Scarlets looking to take their first lead of the second quarter. And Kalala lost it. Houseman took it away. She gets it up ahead to CO. She gets it back from CO and takes the jumper. She missed it. Paul with the rebound. Miles up ahead. And Capurso was not stripped. They're going to say she was fouled. Will she go to the free throw line? It looks like she will. So Ivana Capurso will head to the free throw line. That was the second team foul on the Bridgman and the first personal on Martinez. Capurso is off on the first one. Capurso goes 0 of 2 from the line, and Olivia Kim gets the rebound for Fort Lee. Houseman now, that's a nice pass to CO. She spins and fires to Ileana James, who missed the three. Battling for the rebound there were Fucci and Martinez, and it was out off of Martinez. Scarlet ball. Fort Lee wearing their home blacks with orange accents. The Scarlets wearing their white jerseys with, unsurprisingly, scarlet numbering and lettering. Fucci loves the three. She missed that one. Rebound, Kalala. She lost it. Olivia Houseman purposely didn't go after it, but they're going to say it was off of a member of Fort Lee. So the Scarlets will maintain possession here with 5:50 to go in the second quarter. That's a two-pointer, missed badly by Kalala, slapped around, out of bounds, off the Scarlets. Kelly Lane giving directions to her squad. Jackie Martinez making a move and getting it to Houseman. CO's pass was tipped, and it's going to be taken away by Fucci. She runs into her teammate, but Kalala will control it now. Miles to Fucci in the corner. Long pass to Kalala. Now they kick it out to Capurso, who missed the three. Out of bounds. Off Ridgefield Park. Haley CO sits Eleanor Yu back into the game with just about 3 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Nice pass right there to Eleanor Yu, who was fouled. Ball rolled in and out, but she will get 2 free throws. First team foul on Ridgefield Park, but that was the second on Riley Fucci, who leads the team with 6 points. So now Fucci will sit in favor of Brianna Harrison. Yu goes 2 for 2 at the free throw line. She is 3 of 4 at the charity stripe so far today. And the Bridgemen once again have the lead. It's 15-13. Pass in deep to Alex Paul. She kicks it out. Good passing here by the Scarlets. That's a long two-pointer. That's off. Martinez with the rebound. She gets it up ahead to Eleanor Yu. Eleanor Yu going to slow things down. Jackie Martinez being covered pretty softly. She makes her move, gets it to Yu. That was a two-pointer, I believe. Rebounded by Micheline Miles, taking it up ahead now. This is Harrison from the corner. No. Rebound poked around and controlled by Kalala, but her pass is eventually controlled by Jacqueline Perez, or Jacqueline Martinez, I should say. Martinez misses. Yu is there for the rebound, and I think they're going to say the ball was knocked out of bounds by the Scarlets. Amanda Lax takes a timeout. When we come back from that timeout, it will be Fort Lee possession as they trail by 2. Fort Lee leads by 2, I should say. It's a full timeout for the Scarlets, who themselves are looking for a second consecutive win. Back on January 25th, in the preliminary round of the Bergen County Invitational, they lost at Mahwah, but then they came back 2 days later in the round of 16 and defeated Indian Hills 41-36 at home. So Ridgefield Park looking for a second straight win. They are 10-8 on the season, but they have not been as successful on the road, just 3-6 as the visiting team. Mentioned that Fort Lee has struggled at home, 1-4 so far this season. So something is going to have to give here on a Tuesday afternoon. Coming out of the timeout, Kelly Lane going to stick with her same 5. Houseman, Yu, Martinez, Kim, and James. Pass is corralled by Kim. It was from out of bounds, so she could go into the backcourt with it. James fakes a move, goes the other way with the left hand. Oh, that was pretty from Ileana James. She has 4 points, and Fort Lee has a 4-point advantage. They were looking for Kalala in the corner. They could not get it to her. They're going to try again. Get it to her this time. Now Paul in deep. She missed it. Houseman with the strong rebound. That pass a little hot to handle, but Houseman controls it. This is Ileana James, covered by Micheline Miles. She gets it to Yu at the top of the key. James thought about a 3. Now she's looking for a teammate. She finds Houseman. She'll take the 3, and she'll miss it. Miles with the rebound. Miles almost lost it, but she's running up ahead now. She has Harrison to her right. She's not going to go that way. Capurso at the top of the key. Gets it back from Miles. Kalala now covered by Martinez. Capurso to Harrison and gets it back from her. There's not really a good look here for the Scarlets. Capurso, a nice find. Miles missed it. Rebound, Olivia Kim. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Fort Lee leading this one by 4. Ileana James misses the 3. Harrison with the rebound. Miles passed it off the foot of Paul, and James comes away with it. Houseman with a head of steam. 6 points for Olivia Houseman. And it's a 6-point lead for Fort Lee. 90 seconds left in the first half. Harrison was being hounded by Houseman, and she lost it. Houseman passes it over the head of Kim to Martinez, gets it back from her, misses the straightaway three. Ileana James with the offensive rebound, and she'll go to the charity stripe. Second team foul for Ridgefield Park, also the second on Miles. And now Miles will sit in favor of Riley Fucci, who also has 2 fouls. And Haley Seo back into the game for Kelly Lane. Ileana James missed both, but Kim came away with the offensive rebound. Houseman with 60 seconds to play in the half. Through Seo's hands, but Eleanor Yu was there. Houseman misses the 16-footer. Harrison with the rebound. She picks up her dribble. Capurso. From the corner, that was Kalala missing it. Fucci with the rebound, and Fucci is fouled as she goes up with it. So Riley Fucci, just back into the game, will head to the free throw line. That was the 3rd team foul on Fort Lee, but only the 1st on Olivia Houseman. Rolls off. And Fucci will get one more with 40.2 seconds remaining in the half. Fucci goes 1 out of 2. She has 7 points. And now she's going to check out. Miles checks back in. So now she'll play with 2 fouls. 5-point lead for Fort Lee. Ileana James covered by Paul. She gets it to Olivia Kim. Olivia Kim missed it, got her own rebound, and was blocked by Alex Paul. Kalala comes away with the rebound. Still about 13 seconds to work with here for the Scarlets. They did not get a pass off, or a shot off, I should say, at the end of the first quarter. And Paul has it stolen away from her. That was Haley Seo. Haley Seo running up ahead. She missed it. Paul will just corral the rebound, and that is how the first half ends. Fort Lee 19, Ridgefield Park 14. We will come back in the second half for this important divisional matchup. Don't go anywhere, folks. Tommy Aquilina back here with you at the East Gymnasium in Fort Lee, New Jersey. Kelly Lane's Fort Lee Bridgemen lead the Ridgefield Park Scarlets 19-14 at the half. After a fast start, Fort Lee ended up, I guess you could say, regressing to the mean. They averaged 36 points per game coming into this one, and on pace for 38 after 2 quarters of action. Olivia Houseman led the way with 6 points, and then 4 each for Ileana James and Roxanne Perez. Here to start the second half, it is going to be Houseman, James, Olivia Kim, Haley Seo, and Jacqueline Martinez. Amanda Lax will go with her starters. That includes Riley Fucci and Micheline Miles, both playing with 2 fouls. Jacqueline Martinez splitting defenders, making a pass. And what's going to come of that? Looks like it's going to be out of bounds off the Scarlets. Riley Fucci led all scorers with 7 points in that first half. Again, she is playing with 2 fouls. Olivia Houseman's pass to Martinez. I don't think she thought she could go into the backcourt, so she tapped it. It was taken by Kalala, and then she blocks Kalala's shot. Fucci missing a 3. Alexandra Paul missing the putback. Rebound to Olivia Houseman. Now Houseman finds Perez, or Martinez rather. She's not going to take the 3. Not going to take that one either. Martinez to James. Back to Martinez. That's a long 2-pointer, and she cans it. Jacqueline Martinez is on the board, and it's a 7-point lead for Fort Lee, trying to win their 2nd game in a row. Clapping for it was Fucci. She loves the corner 3. She was short on that one. And the rebound almost hit me in the face, but it didn't, so we're all good. Fort Lee ball. Little more than a minute gone by here in the second half. Jackie Martinez with the confidence. She missed it. Same team, but Fort Lee comes away with the offensive rebound. Olivia Kim misses the 3. Miles flies in for the rebound. And now Miles is knocked out of bounds by Seo. That's going to be Haley Seo's first personal. Also the first team foul on Fort Lee here in the second half. Miles obviously not in the act of shooting, but another possession for the Scarlets. Fucci in deep to Alexandra Paul. She kicks it out to Capurso. And now it's Kalala with it, guarded by Martinez. Now getting double-teamed. She gets it to Capurso, who finds Miles. Miles running baseline from underneath the hoop. Nicely done by Micheline Miles. She has 3 points, and it's a 5-point lead for Fort Lee. Seo dribbling through defenders. Jackie Martinez has her pass stolen away. I believe that was Miles getting in the way there. Fucci up ahead and off the hands of Kalala. Both teams a little out of control here to start the second half. Fort Lee maintaining a 5-point lead. Jackie Martinez, no. Miles with the defensive rebound. Long pass up ahead to Capurso, who banks it in off the backboard. Very nicely done by Capurso to catch that one in transition, and without even really taking a step, she banked it in off the backboards. 7 points for Capurso. Now the Scarlets have it again. Capurso. She missed that one. Kim knocked it out of bounds. Yu checks in for Kim. Ridgefield Park ball. Miles to inbound. They get it to Capurso. Capurso again. Couldn't handle that pass. Still a 3-point lead for the Bridgemen, and I think we're going to have a timeout called. It's a 30-second timeout taken with 5:10 to go in the third quarter. Fort Lee leading this one 21-18. 6 different Bridgemen have scored at least 2 points, and Fort Lee leads this one 21-18, trying to improve to 2-4 at home on the season. And a win would also get them to 500 in the Big North American Division at 3-3. So a lot to play for today for Kelly Lane's squad. They came out really sharp to start things off. Again, both teams a little out of control here in the third quarter. Kim back into the game. James will sit. So it's Kim, Sio, Yu, Roxanne Perez in for the first time in the second half, and Houseman. Sio gets it over the half-court line to Yu. Eleanor Yu was fouled by Alexandra Paul. First team foul on Ridgefield Park here in the second half. Also the first personal on Paul. Nothing but nylon on that first free throw attempt for the freshman Yu. She goes 2 out of 2. Eleanor Yu has 5 points, and with just under 5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter, it's 23-18 Fort Lee. Miles being hounded by Sio. Dumps it off to Capurso. She falls but wasn't fouled. Sio picks it up. She has Yu running with her, but her pass was knocked out of bounds by Kalala. Houseman, Fort Lee's designated inbounder. This pass is stolen away by Kalala. Riley Fucci, another 3. No. Capurso, the offensive board, and the putback. Game high, 8 points for Ivana Capurso. Fort Lee leads it by 3. This is Sio at the top of the key, getting it to Houseman. She goes in deep to Olivia Kim, who lost the handle. Houseman will now sit in favor of Jacqueline Martinez. Ridgefield Park can tie the game here on this possession, depending on shot selection. Kalala into Paul. She kicks it out to Miles, who missed from the free throw line. Paul with the offensive rebound. Paul gets it to go. Alexandra Paul did not score in the first half, so she's just gotten herself on the board, and it's a 1-point game. Sio, her pass went off Kalala's knee. Now it's Kalala, passing it up ahead to Miles, who misses but was fouled by Yu. Miles can give the Scarlets the lead at the free throw line. Second team foul on Fort Lee. Also the second on Yu. Miles makes the first one, so we are tied at 23. And now Kelly Lane will make a couple subs. Sio and Perez will sit in favor of James and Houseman. Rebound poked around to Alexandra Paul. She missed it. Out of bounds, off of Yu. So the Scarlets will get another possession here. We're tied at 23, 3:26 remaining in the third quarter. You know Fucci wants to take that 3. She does, and it was short. Capurso with the offensive rebound. They go into Paul. Fucci to Kalala. Unable to take a three there. Now it's Kalala passing it back to Fucci. Long rebound out to Fucci. She got her own miss. They go in deep to Paul again. The tallest player on the court misses out of bounds. Under 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. We are tied at 23. Pass almost stolen away. Fort Lee trying to get it past the half-court line, and they do. Now they can get set. Houseman will take the three and can it. 26-23 Bridgman. Olivia Houseman has 9 points to lead all scorers. That pass, too hot for Miles to handle, but Capurso maintains. Now it's Kalala. I believe that's a long two. And it is. 4 points for Kalala. Fort Lee with a 1-point lead. And Houseman picked up her dribble and then took another step. Sloppy turnover there for Fort Lee. So the Scarlets can take the lead here on this possession, trailing by 1. Kalala finding Fucci in the corner. She's going to take the three, and she's going to make it. 10 points for Riley Fucci, and Ridgefield Park takes their first lead of the second half. It's 28-26. That pass somehow found Martinez. She gets it to Olivia Kim, who's blocked by Paul. The Scarlets come away with it. This is Capurso taking a three over the backboard. That was in the same corner that Fucci just gave Ridgefield Park the lead from. Kelly Lane going to make a substitution. Sits in favor of Sio. So it's Sio, Martinez, Houseman, Kim, and James. Full court press coming from the Scarlets. Fort Lee gets out of it. Olivia Houseman misses, and they're going to say she wasn't fouled. Capurso in the corner. She gets it to Paul, who gets the N1. Alexandra Paul has 4 points, and she can make it 5 and give Ridgefield Park a 5-point lead at the line. That was the second personal on Ileana James. Paul misses, and Houseman with the strong rebound. Then she's knocked down. That's going to be a foul against the Scarlets. Sio getting past her defender. Stopping and starting again, but that pass was too high for Ileana James. Fort Lee has fallen behind by 4, but one thing that does benefit them, that foul, only the second team foul on Ridgefield Park, but that was the third personal on Micheline Miles. And now the primary ball handler for the Scarlets will sit. Brianna Harrison back into the game. It's been a short rotation for Amanda Lax's squad, but they've fought back to take the lead, 30-26. Under a minute to go in the third quarter. Kalala into Paul, covered by James. She missed it. Good defense there by Ileana James not to pick up the foul. Martinez to Sio. Now it's Olivia Kim getting double covered. She passes it out to Sio. Houseman was open. She missed the three-pointer. Olivia Kim, the offensive board. She's blocked by Paul. Alexandra Paul using her size late here in the third quarter. Now she gets it again, and she scores with James guarding her. 6 points for Alexandra Paul, all of them coming here in the third quarter. It's a 6-point lead for Ridgefield Park. Houseman, that's a heave and a half, and she missed it. So after 3 quarters of play, Ridgefield Park leads it 32-26. While the two teams regroup, we will take a moment to thank our proud sponsors, the law offices of Deborah L. Pico, the finest construction home improvement specialists, the law office of Mark J. Sokolich, Fort Lee Soccer Club, and Sedona Tap House. Thank you to our sponsors, and thank you for tuning in on the Fort Lee Bridgman Athletics YouTube stream. Fort Lee trailing Ridgefield Park by 6 heading into the fourth quarter. Both teams looking to win a second consecutive game. Ridgefield Park trying to improve to 5-1 in division this year. Fort Lee trying to improve to 3-3. But the Bridgemen have their work cut out for them as they trail by 6 entering the fourth quarter. Kelly Lane is going to start things off with Houseman, James, Kim, Martinez, and Sio. Harrison still in the game for Amanda Lax with Micheline Miles on the bench. She has 3 fouls. The Scarlets start the fourth quarter off with the ball. Fucci from the corner. That was way off. Ileana James covered by Kalala, now getting double teamed. I don't think that pass was intended for Houseman, but she got it. Now it's Martinez at the top of the key. To Sio. In to Olivia Kim, who is fouled. No, she traveled. Olivia Kim trying to do work in the paint, but Alexandra Paul's defense has stifled her. Now it's a full court press for Fort Lee, and Amanda Lax bails out Kalala by taking a timeout. 30-second timeout with about 35 seconds gone by here in the fourth quarter. It is still a 6-point lead for the Scarlets, and I think Miles is going to check in coming out of this timeout. Miles with 3 fouls. She also has 4 points and is the primary ball handler for the Scarlets. I don't think their lead is quite big enough that they can feel comfortable with Miles not playing right now. And so Miles does come back into the game, and Lax will go with her starters once more. Kalala, Fucci, Capurso, Paul, and of course Miles. Riley Fucci and her 10 points to inbound. She finds Miles, who immediately gets tangled up with what they're going to call a jump ball. I thought she was stripped pretty clean there. It'll be Fort Lee ball. The possession arrow will flip back to Ridgefield Park, but this is an important possession for Fort Lee. Houseman having a hard time finding someone. She finds Sio. Houseman once again looking for a teammate. They get it into Kim. Give Ileana James the assist and give Olivia Kim her first 2 points of the afternoon. So about a minute gone by here in the fourth quarter. It's a 4-point lead for the Scarlets. Miles getting hounded. Now it's Kalala in the corner, guarded by James. She gets around about 3 defenders and misses the jumper. Give Houseman the rebound there. Jackie Martinez gets bumped by Capurso. First team foul on Ridgefield Park, also the first personal on Capurso. Yu back into the game for Kelly Lane. Sio sits. Houseman looking for someone to get it into, and she's going to get it into Jackie Martinez. Houseman to James from 3. Offensive rebound, Eleanor Yu. She throws it up wildly, and it's going to go out of bounds off of who? not off of Cliffside Park, but a foul committed by Cliffside Park. So Fort Lee ball. They get it into Olivia Kim. And a friendly roll for Olivia Kim. It's a 4-0 run for the sophomore, and it's a 2-point game. Ridgefield Park gets it in. They get it over the half-court line. Kalala to Paul. No. It's going to be a jump ball between Paul and James. So the possession arrow will dictate that it'll be Scarlet ball. That foul, by the way, was on Kalala. It was her first, but 2 team fouls now on the Scarlets. Pass into Paul. Nice find by Micheline Miles. Paul missed. And then I believe Houseman was the last one to touch it. Miles not going to inbound here. It's going to be Fucci doing the honors. Ridgefield Park looking to get on the board here in the fourth quarter. Kalala passes up on the 3. Fucci rarely does. She missed it. Kalala was there. She missed it. Strong rebound to the freshman, Eleanor Yu. Fort Lee can tie or take the lead depending on shot selection. Eleanor Yu dribbling around a couple defenders. Now it's Jackie Martinez with it. Back to Yu. Long pass is stolen away by Kalala. Kalala missed it off the backboard. Long rebound out to Fucci. The Scarlet's going to slow things down just a little bit here. Miles making her move. She gets it to Paul, who scores with the left hand, plus the foul. Back to a 4-point lead for Ridgefield Park. And Alex Paul can make it a 5-point game at the line. First team foul on Fort Lee, first personal on Olivia Kim. Line violation by Cliffside Park, so it doesn't really matter that Paul missed it. She has 8. Ridgefield Park leads by 4. Still plenty of time here for Fort Lee. If they can get it over the half-court line, they do. It's Olivia Kim to Houseman. Now it's Jackie Martinez. That pass went through her legs, but she keeps it. Amanda Lax wanted to travel there. She didn't get that call. Offensive rebound, Fort Lee. Olivia Kim fighting through good defense, and she missed it high off the backboard. Miles comes away with it, and her pass sails out of bounds. Oh no, I guess they're going to say it was knocked out of bounds by a member of Fort Lee. Miles inbounds it to Capurso. 2-player action here. Now Capurso to Kalala, who could not keep it in bounds. Sloppy turnover there by the Scarlets. We will see if Fort Lee can make them pay. Still 4:32 to go here in the fourth quarter, and the possession arrow favors Fort Lee as well. Ileana James trying to split defenders and bank it in off the backboard. 6 points for Ileana James. Timeout, Amanda Lax. It's a full timeout. Fort Lee trails by 2, but they have the possession arrow, and there have also been 2 fouls already called against the Scarlets here in this fourth quarter. Once more, I want to thank our proud sponsors, the law offices of Deborah L. Pico, the finest construction home improvement specialists, the law office of Mark J. Sokolich, the Fort Lee Soccer Club, and Sedona Tap House. Tommy Aquilina, along with Renee Matisic and Dimitri Nanas, here on a Tuesday afternoon. It has been a good one between the Scarlets of Ridgefield Park and the Bridgemen of Fort Lee. You figure Fort Lee will engage in a full court press here. Fucci to inbound for the Scarlets. She finds Kalala to Miles, being hounded by Sio. Capurso to Fucci for three. Short. Sio stepped in front of Paul for the rebound. Now looking for a teammate, and she found Kalala. Kalala fouled by Houseman. So exactly halfway through this fourth quarter, that is the second team foul on Fort Lee. Also the second on Houseman, and Kalala goes to the line. She has 4. Ridgefield Park leads by 2. She still has 4, and Ridgefield Park still leads by 2. Now she has 5 points, and the Scarlets have a 3-point advantage. Full court press. Capurso almost stole that one. Now it's Olivia Kim with it. She finds Houseman, who finds Martinez. Jackie Martinez to Ileana James. That would tie the game, but it was short. Miles with the long rebound. No one in front of Miles, and she missed it off the backboard. Capurso was there for the putback. Give Capurso an offensive rebound. Give her 2 points. She has 10, and Paul steals it. Paul missed it. Martinez with the rebound. Now Jackie Martinez went up and down with it. Capurso, for a second, thought she had been called for a foul, but she was not. Instead, it's a sloppy turnover for the Bridgemen, and danger time now for Fort Lee, trailing by 5, with the Scarlets having the ball. Fucci and Capurso both have 10 for Ridgefield Park. Alexandra Paul has 9. Capurso, the two-handed overhand pass to Kalala. She goes around Houseman. Kalala pops and misses. Houseman trying to corral the rebound, knocked it out of bounds. So the Scarlets will get another possession here with exactly 3 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Miles has her pass intercepted by Sio. Sio getting hounded by Fucci, but she's able to get rid of it. So a steal for Sio. Now it's Houseman with it. To Yu. Couldn't go around Miles. Her pass, too hot for Sio to handle. Capurso. And one. Ivana Capurso is pumped up. She will go to the line with a chance to make it an 8-point game. That would be the largest lead of the afternoon for Ridgefield Park. She missed it, but Miles with the rebound. Another extra possession for the Scarlets. Miles into Paul. She missed it. Fort Lee can't be giving him up that easy, but Paul can't be missing that shot. Martinez almost had it stolen away. Fort Lee will be able to get into their half-court set here. Still over 2 minutes to go. They pass it in to Olivia Kim. Olivia Kim working on Alexandra Paul. She gets her to commit the personal foul. Third team foul on the Scarlets. Second personal on Paul, and Kim goes to the line. An opportunity for Fort Lee to put points on the board without time coming off the clock. They trail by 7, 2:12 to go in the fourth quarter. And Olivia Kim sinks the first free throw. The sophomore has 5, and she can make it a 5-point game here. She does. 6 points for Olivia Kim. Full court press, pass, stolen by Haley Seo. The jumper missed. Miles with the rebound. And Miles is fouled. I believe they're going to get Haley Seo on the push. They will. That's her third personal, and it's the fourth team foul on Fort Lee. So the next foul will send Ridgefield Park to the line. Fucci into Miles, gets it back from her. Fucci trying to score in the paint, but she was blocked by James. Paul with the offensive rebound, and Paul passes it into the backcourt. Picked up by Haley Seo. One defender in her way. Haley Seo misses, but is fouled. So another opportunity for Fort Lee to cut into the lead without time coming off the clock. Both teams with 4 team fouls here in the fourth now. That was the second personal on Capurso. Haley Seo misses the first one. If she makes this one, she can still make it a 4-point game. And she makes it. 3 points for Haley Seo. Minute 45 remaining. And a travel by the Scarlets. Just when you think the Scarlets are about ready to step on the throats of the Bridgemen, they get a little sloppy. And now Fort Lee will have possession. Olivia Hausman will check back in for Martinez. Fort Lee trailing by 4. Kim able to handle that pass. Nicely, oh my goodness. Really good find of Seo, who made it off the backboard. Timeout Amanda Lax, who is very frustrated with her team's inability to step on the throats of the Bridgemen. It's a full timeout for Amanda Lax, and we have ourselves a 2-point game. Olivia Kim was being guarded by Alexandra Paul. She was able to make sure that she handled the pass and then really nicely found Haley Seo, who was not moving too quickly. She banked it in off the backboard and made it a 2-point game. So Amanda Lax will draw up a play here. The full court press for Fort Lee has been working. It's goaded the Scarlets into some sloppy turnovers. Ridgefield Park also hasn't done a very good job at the free throw line. And so it's just a 2-point game. Both teams have committed 4 team fouls here in the fourth quarter. So free throws could absolutely be a large part of the last minute and 39 seconds of this one. Both teams looking to win a second game in a row. Amanda Lax only going with a 6-girl rotation so far today. She's going to go with her starters right now. Fucci to inbound. She finds Miles, being double covered. Miles picked up her dribble, and the Scarlets are forced to take a timeout here. 7 seconds came off the clock. Still just a 2-point lead for the Scarlets. That was just a 30-second timeout. Fort Lee doing a good job there, not only to hound the Scarlets defensively, but crucially, not commit a foul. A foul would put Ridgefield Park at the free throw line. Not that Ridgefield Park is the best free throw shooting team, but you still don't want to rely on the other team missing their free throws. Kelly Lane is going to go with Seo, Yu, Kim, Martinez, and James here. Fucci to inbound again. She finds Miles again. And they get it over the half-court line. Now it's Miles with it. Looking for an open teammate. Making her way towards the rim. Good defense by Eleanor Yu. She backs it out and finds Kalala. Kalala directing traffic. She's got Capurso open. Now it's Paul in the corner. Paul into Miles. She missed it. Good defense by Olivia Kim, but Yu could not corral the rebound. The Scarlets get another possession. Under a minute to go in the fourth quarter. That pass slapped away. Yu comes away with it. Haley Co calling out a play to her teammates. She finds Olivia Kim in the corner. She doesn't want to shoot it. Right back to Kim. Olivia Kim to the rack for the tie and the foul. Olivia Kim seemed a little hesitant there, but her teammates got it to her. She went into the paint and scored. We are tied, and if she hits her free throw, Fort Lee will take the lead. 34.2 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Olivia Kim, money from the free throw line. She has 9, and Fort Lee has retaken the lead. It's 40-39, and Amanda Lax will take a full timeout. What a job by the Bridgemen. They did not start off this fourth quarter on the best foot. Some sloppy turnovers, giving the Scarlets extra possessions, but they played good defense. They've avoided fouls when they had to. Ridgefield Park has not done a good job at the free throw line. And Fort Lee, after trailing 39-32, now has a 40-39 lead. Still plenty of time, though, for Amanda Lax's squad to make something happen. They only trail by 1. Both teams are in the bonus. Ridgefield Park has committed 5 fouls, so Fort Lee is really in the double bonus, but Fort Lee does have 14 fouls as well. The possession arrow favors Fort Lee. 34.2 seconds to go in regulation. Lax will go with her starters. Kelly Lane will go with Co, Yu, Martinez, Kim, and James. Fucci to inbound. She finds Miles. Miles lost it but kept it in bounds. Micheline Miles running up ahead. No foul there, and she missed it. Miles stepped out of bounds. She can't get the rebound. So it's Fort Lee ball with 25.4 seconds remaining. Micheline Miles going up for the shot, took her out of bounds, so then she could not be the first one to touch the rebound. So when she did, it became Fort Lee ball. So now Fort Lee has possession, the possession arrow in their favor, and they're in the double bonus with a 1-point lead. Coaches always preach to their players that they have to finish the game well, finish what they started. I would imagine at this moment, Kelly Lane is a lot happier with how Fort Lee is finishing than Amanda Lax is with how Ridgefield Park is finishing. But it's only a 1-point lead. Fort Lee still has to inbound. They still have to get the ball over the half-court line. Lots can happen here in the last few seconds of this fourth quarter. Kelly Lane will make a change here. Martinez will sit. Houseman will come in. So Kelly Lane playing a little offense-defense here. Houseman to inbound. The tallest player on the court, Alexandra Paul, will cover her. Houseman into Yu, who is fouled. So the Scarlets want to put Fort Lee at the line and then give themselves a fighter's chance here. It'll be Eleanor Yu going to the line. That was also the third personal on Ivana Capurso. Fort Lee has done a much better job hitting their free throws than Ridgefield Park has. It's a big reason why the Bridgemen have retaken the lead. U goes 1 out of 2, so it's a 2-point game. 20 seconds remaining. Kalala to Miles. They go into Paul. She wants to kick it out. She does kick it out. It's Capurso with it. They pass it in deep, out of bounds, off of Fort Lee. The Scarlets have 7.9 seconds to work with. Amanda Lax will call one more timeout, and she will draw up a play for her team to run here in a half-court set. It's a full timeout. Plenty of time to work with. 7.9 seconds. They trail by 2. If you're Fort Lee, the last thing you want to do here is commit a foul, because you never know with the referee thinking the player's in the shooting motion. It actually doesn't even matter, because Fort Lee has 4 team fouls. So you don't want to foul here. You don't want to really let Ridgefield Park get lucky. If you foul them, you give them a chance to tie it at the line. And if you foul them in the act of shooting, then who knows what can happen. And I'm sure that's what Kelly Lane is preaching to her team right now. Houseman will stay in the game. Lane's defensive unit to close out here is going to be CO, U, Houseman, Kim, and James. Fort Lee has stepped up and played good defense when they have had to here late. And the Bridgemen have gone on a 9-0 run to take a 2-point lead. So here we go. Miles to inbound. No one's open. They get it in. It's Kalala taking a contested 2. Rolls off. Rebound to U, and that's going to do it. The Fort Lee Bridgemen end the game on a 9-0 run, and they defeat the Ridgefield Park Scarlets 41-39 here at the East Gymnasium. What a win for Kelly Lane and her squad. A balanced scoring attack, good defense when they needed it late, and it's a comeback victory for the Fort Lee Bridgemen. Ridgefield Park will fall to 10-9 and 4-2 in division. Fort Lee will improve to 8-11 on the season and 3-3 in division. They will be back in action in 2 days on Thursday, February 1st, here against Cliffside Park. I will have the call for you on that one. But until then, want to thank the Fort Lee Athletic Director, Michael Raftery, Dimitri Nanas, and Renee Matisich for all they do putting on these broadcasts. Want to thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Tommy Aquilina. Once again, the final score, the Fort Lee Bridgemen 41, the Ridgefield Park Scarlets 39. See you on Thursday, everybody. Until then.